Right, another complaint that's often hurled at us is, why don't you treat religious people with more respect? There are times when it's hard. This is a story about a man, a farmer in Israel, and the newspaper article said, if anyone has fulfilled the old Zionist dream of making the desert bloom, it is Mr. Ammar, who is one of the biggest vegetable producers in southern Israel. He has a thriving business and so on. Yet this year, Mr. Ammar, himself a kippah-wearing religious Jew, faces the loss of 40% of his business, worth some £1 million, because for all his painstaking efforts, his produce is not regarded as kosher enough to satisfy the hardest-line sectors of Israel's burgeoning ultra-Orthodox market. For the Jewish year, which started at Rosh Hashanah last week, is the Shemitah, the biblical 7th year in which farmers are required in strict religious law not to work their land. And the Lord spake unto Moses in Mount Sinai, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto the Lord. 6 years shalt thou sow thy field, and 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. But in the 7th year, so on, thou shalt not. Mr. Ammar thought that the strict and costly precautions that he and many other Israeli farmers had taken during the last Shemitah in 2000-2001 would allow him to continue to sell his produce to the ultra-Orthodox. Many of his wholesale plants are mounted on trays 4 feet above the ground, and so far from growing in the earth of Israel, are bedded in artificial compounds imported from the US and Finland, to ensure that when vegetables start to sprout, no one can say that they were grown on Israeli land. And we have to respect that. That's a picture of Thai workers who were imported so that nobody could say that it was Jewish workers who were actually working on the land. This is an illustration, a rather extreme one, I suppose, of the preposterous nonsense which you get into when you take religion seriously, and how utterly counterproductive it is, literally in this case.
If dinosaurs and people lived at the same time...
I think I'll skip that one.